one time, one of my friends came over, and we decided to go downstairs and play Barbies. As we were getting really far into the game, the lights flickered once. And I'm like, probably just happened for the whole house, that's fine. The lights flickered twice. I said, I just didn't know what to do. I'm like, alright, that's fine. Whatever. Lights flickered again. I got out. I stood up with the Barbie in my hand. The lights, and then my friend asked me, Gwen, are you scared? I said, a little bit. And then the lights flickered again. I threw my Barbie up against the wall. I'm running, and she grabs onto my shirt because she can't help herself up. So after that, we made it up to the top of the stairs. We jumped. We actually started laughing because it was so funny. Then the next part is what utterly destroyed us both. When we were going downstairs to turn the light off, we were in the foyer, and no one was down there, not even an animal. And we saw a man's shadow walk straight, like really, like the speed of a car, lightning, walk by. We both freaked out, ran up the stairs, and never saw him since. That was true lights flicker story. Me and my friend one day, it was actually daytime, we went downstairs to look for my Grammy. So after checking the rooms constantly, we didn't find her. So I decided to leave the door wide open to give some light downstairs. I was facing the stairs when I noticed it. It was a man's shadow appear from the corner of my eye. I saw it. My friend saw it too. We both ran up the stairs. I actually started walking up the stairs like a dog. I was trying to run so fast. And then that's all that happened. That was true shadow story. I got a call once from the pizza place I worked at. They said, you have to do a late delivery. I said, alright, I'll come in. I'll be right there in a couple seconds. So I went there and I got the pizza. And I got to the given address. It was so weird. It was just like a house in seriously middle of nowhere. They were like, it was the end of the highway where their house was. And there was no front driveway, which was closest to the actual highway. So I just pulled into the back driveway. It was plowed, so I could walk up to their porch. So I walked up to the porch, and I stood. They had one of those glass windows you can look right through, although the curtains were shut just a little bit, and so I knocked. And that's when I noticed the lights started flickering, so I thought, hey, someone must be in there. So I knocked louder, and that's when I noticed her. She was coming out behind the wall, staring intently at me. She ran up to the window with the creepiest smile you could ever see. And then she started to open it. I ran, got in my car, and I did something I regret today. I didn't lock the doors, and I called my boss before I left. So just when I hung up with my boss after I already told him what happened. And I turned around to see her on the edge of the porch, and she jumped. And I didn't see her after that. But no one human could have jumped that far. I mean, seriously, that was a jump. She didn't free fall, she jumped. And she didn't even land on snow. So that was the scary part. That was smile story number 1. I moved into this house recently. It's not anything perfect. I mean, it had a downstairs and an upstairs. 4 people could live in it. I only had me. So it was the first night there. I was sitting down reading a book, and that's when I heard a scream come from in the room. I was sleeping in, but I was out in the living room. So I walk, and the door was open. I'm like, that's odd, I shut it. I didn't say it, I thought it. So then I turned to notice someone standing. You could only see through the crack of the door, and it was facing away from me. So I tried to back up slowly so it wouldn't hear me. It heard me. She turned around, smiled. I didn't know what to do, so I ran. I did something I regret today. I hid in the bathroom. So it was the only place close enough I could get to. So I ran and slammed the door and locked the door. Next thing I knew,